Hello everyone and welcome to Sycamore High School, where the Mason Comets are taking on the Sycamore Aviators in a GMC girls basketball matchup. I'm Adam Little, joined alongside my partner Savannah Libby. Savannah, how's it going?
You know, I'm feeling pretty good tonight. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting game. I mean, Sycamore's walking into this 7-4. Mason's 10-1. You know, Mason just came off that big tournament down in Tennessee. You know, they really just got a lot of experience there, and they're ready for tonight. Looks like Gabby Rosano's going to start the game off strong. A little too strong, probably.
Yeah, exactly. And Gabby Rosano, we'll talk about her a little bit later on, but she's stepping into a big hole or a big shoes this game. The absence of Carly Prowse, so she's really having to take charge of that forward spot. And Rosano is going to take the outside shot, rebounded by the 6'6" Kyla Oldacre. And that one going to be sent out of bounds. Sycamore Aviator ball.
To me, it looked like there should have been at least some sort of a call there. I mean, she was surrounded by like 4 people, but, you know, that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, and you've got to be aggressive around Oldacre. Number 25 prospect in the nation, a 4-star. She's a force to be reckoned with down in the paint.
You know, exactly. I mean, Oldacre's been this leading scorer for this Comets team, you know, this entire year and most of last year for the most part, with an occasional, you know, Margot Mattis beating her out for that. But, you know, Kyla right now, she's leading the GMC in blocks. She's second in rebounds, second in field goal percentage. So, I mean, she's having a pretty decent season here for her senior year.
Exactly, and 5th in scoring. So she looks like maybe the early favorite for GMC Player of the Year.
Yeah.
As Lee Riley over to Sheridan. Sheridan off with the 3, rebounded by Sydney Skinner, the junior.
Back to Riley.
Mather with the drive and swatted away by Madison Parrish, the all-star freshman for the Comets. And back out to Oldacre on the perimeter. Comets passing it around. Back to Rosano. Looks like she may take a shot, but into Barnes. And Barnes drives in with a pass out to Joy Rezig. Parrish from 3, and it's good.
You know,
Madison Parrish starting off the game with a 3-point shot.
You know, once again, you got Madison Parrish just really going for it. I mean, you know, she's leading the GMC right now in scoring, and she's always just tremendously aggressive on and when she needs to be on the court. You know, I think something to note is that even though she's a freshman, she's not scared of the ball. She embraces contact, and she gets whatever she can. Even if it's a block or even if she gets blocked, she still goes for everything.
The Aviators have it on the perimeter now. Mather over to Skinner. And Sheridan drives in, but swatted away by Kyla Oldacre. We talked about leading the GMC in blocks, and there's one right there. And Barnes with the offensive rebound puts it up, but can't convert. And it looks like that ball's going to stay in Comet possession. Gabby Rosano doing a great job of being a little blocker there.
Yeah. You know, so far I'm just kind of seeing, you know, this Sycamore team, you know, Mason should beat them here tonight. But the problem is that Mason's starting to play down to their level a little bit. They're starting to lose some balls, not be as sharp. And, you know, that's a problem that a lot of teams face when they play teams that aren't as good as them. And, you know, I think they just need to focus in right now, especially with the loss of Prowse.
And Parrish. Now Barnes has it. Back to Rosano. Parrish again on the perimeter, looking for her second 3 of the night, and she converts. 2 for 2, and how about a stat start from the freshman Maddie Parrish?
I mean, just geez, she's on fire tonight already. You know, it's kind of like what some of the coaches say. You're just like a microwave already warmed up.
And Lee Riley, the leading scorer for Sycamore, tacks on their first points of the game. 6-2 now to score. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remain in the first quarter. Parrish has it on the perimeter, back out to Rosano. Another three-point attempt from the Comets, and she swished it. So 3 for 3 already for the Comets on the perimeter, and that's the hot start Coach Matula is wanting.
You know, exactly. Matula couldn't have asked for a better start to the fourth quarter. You know, they really need to get off to a lead early so they can give some of the people who don't get to play as much a really good chance to get some decent playing time tonight. You know, they got to work on some more team development. You know, something that they also need to work on is just, you know, ball control and making sure that they're seeing the ball into their hands. You know, as they struggled with that for the past couple games, and especially tonight.
And that miss from Mather is going to set up a Comet possession. Rezig inside the Oldacre. Back to Rezig from 3. See if she can make it. 4 from 4. And again, another 3 for the Comets. And Rezig, her first three-pointer of the year, as the Comet lead extended to 10 points, 12-2 the lead. We're halfway through the first quarter, and we're going to take a quick break from this Comets timeout.
I would compare myself to a gazelle because growing up, coaches always told me that I run like a gazelle, like long strides. I feel like a dog. It's basic.
A panda because they're fluffy and soft.
It would probably be a dog because I'm kind of loud.
A dolphin because they like to swim and I like to swim too.
Probably a deer because everyone associates me with a deer.
A giraffe because I'm really tall.
And we're back here at Sycamore High School. The Comets currently lead the Aviators 12-2. The hot start from beyond the arc. 4 straight threes. And that's going to set up an Aviator possession after their timeout.
You know, I mean, they had a team dinner last night. I don't know what they all ate for dinner, but it's clearly working.
I was going to say, it looks like maybe they should have those team dinners every night.
Yeah.
And the pass inside to Kesley Heaton is knocked away, and they're going to call it Comet possession. So Parrish, already two for 2 from the three-point line tonight. He's taking it up. Braden Johnson getting her first minutes of the night, the junior sharpshooter. And she's one of those players that's going to add another level of three-point shooting for the Comets.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Johnson really just, her role on the team really is just becoming an offensive presence. She really has to show up with her three-point shooting, become a leader on the court. You know, she's got some decent handles. She can really move it around and help her teammates out when she needs to. She adds an element to balance to the floor that I think that especially tonight they're kind of missing, because, you know, I think that as much as Prowse does on the court, she does add that kind of balance to their skill set. You know, because you have Kyla Oldacre, who obviously is one of the best posts in the country. You have Maddie Parrish, who, you know, she always goes for everything. But, you know, the balance of all those talents together and working with one another is really what's just key in all these games. And I think that, you know, Johnson does a great job of that.
So Sheridan taking it up for the Aviators. Comets lead back up to 10. And Lee Riley in the post. Sheridan has it. Mather thought about the 3. Driving inside, passing it into the perimeter. Mather again, but that ball is going to be tipped away from Amanda Barnes. But off the foot of Rezig. And it's now the Aviators' possession. Coach Matula not happy about that one. A little bit of a miscommunication there by Rezig and Parrish.
You know, something that's interesting here on this Sycamore team is, you know, you have Avery Mather and Peyton Mather. You know, they're twin sisters. They've been playing together forever. And, you know, it's really interesting to just see their dynamic on the court and, you know, off the court as well. I mean, they used to play soccer. They went on to basketball. They kind of played almost every sport imaginable. But they really just come together and just try to work as sisters, you know, when they play in these games.
Speaking of the Mather twins, there's Avery driving in, but knocked away by Johnson. And they're going to say she was the last one to touch it. And Oldacre checks out of the game. And Presley Daniels, the sophomore, getting her first minutes of the night. So Mather with it on the perimeter, back over to her sister.
It's like they're trying to get some nice movement here, trying to catch the Comets off guard if they can. You know, something that's interesting about this Sycamore team is what it seems to me is that, you know, how they're running most of their offense is just trying to get those offensive drives. Although they're going to have to change their strategy for this game, especially with the presence that, you know, Mason has in the posts and just how aggressive our defense is. I mean, defense is one of the things that, you know, this Mason team is normally known for. Once again with another three, Daniels is going to knock that one down.
So 17-4, the Comet in lead. 15 seconds left in this first quarter, and it's been a three-point barrage early on for the Comets.
You know, Adam, this game's starting to look like something for someone's highlight reel at this point.
Exactly. 3 seconds left on the clock. Parrish driving in. Heaves up a last-second three, and oh my goodness! Madison Parrish, her third three of the night. And 20-4 already the Comet lead. They're on pace for 80 points.
I mean, if they keep this up, we might as well see it. I mean, with how good their shooting is tonight, you know, Maddie Parrish just looks like she's in her mindset. She knows where her shot is. And, you know, I think that trip down to Murfreesboro and Tennessee really just brought them together as a team. It got them in the right mindset, and it started to fix their shot a little bit, you know, even though they're not really struggling as much. But I think that, you know, they put a lot of time into it. You know, Matula is at the point in the season where he's not focusing as much on, you know, the instruction he gives, but rather, you know, the development that these players have. And I think that's, you know, what's separating this Mason team from Sycamore tonight.
And we're going to head to a quick break. A message from the Mason High School Comet Zone.
Are you tired of wearing the same old boring clothing every day? If that's the case, come on down to the Comet Zone. Open every day during lunch except for Thursdays. The Comet Zone is filled with many options to have you looking fly every single day. From sweatshirts to t-shirts to jackets, the Comet Zone has clothes for every occasion. Come on down to the Comet Zone for your Mason spirit needs.
And welcome back. Sycamore High School, the Comets hold the early 20-4 lead after the first quarter. Three-point barrage led by the freshman Maddie Parrish. And Sheridan has the ball on the perimeter out to Peyton Mather. Sheridan again on the perimeter. Lee Riley now driving in. Some great defense by the Comets, not allowing the Aviators to get inside. And I spoke too soon as Peyton Mather drives in for the Aviator 2 points.
You know, to me that just looked like, you know, there's nothing much that you can do. Although Mason just needs to work on their help defense and making sure they're in the right positioning. I know that's something that's been, it's kind of crucial, and they've had to work on almost this entire season.
And Parrish again from the arc, and another one. Madison Parrish.
Already has 12 points. She already has 12 points.
Already has 12 points, all from the three-point arc. So 23-6. The Comet lead.
You know, if you think Parrish hasn't found a groove yet in this season, I would have to argue with you there. Because I mean, just looking at this game and all the things that she's done, you know, she's already stepping into her role as a point guard, getting that varsity experience. Once again with another three, the Comets are going to lead 26-6 going into a short break.
This is the most useless thing I know how to do. 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D, 5E, 6F, 7G, 8H. I can whistle.
I can juggle.
I can bend my finger back really far.
I'm very popular on TikTok, and I can do some great TikTok dances.
I know how to knit blindfolded.
I can do the worm pretty good.
Probably crochet.
Scream.
I'm good at writing in cursive. I know a bunch of like card tricks and how to shuffle cards.
Welcome back to Sycamore High School. Comets 26-6 early on, leading the Aviators, and Presley Daniels knocked on another three right there. And I don't think they've missed so far, Savannah, from behind the arc.
They have not. It's kind of remarkable how much their shot is on tonight. They're looking like a great team. It just looks just amazing out there on the court.
And Joy Resig pulls in the rebound. The fast break stopped by Parrish. And Rosano behind the arc over to Oldacre. Back to Resig. Parrish again inside to Oldacre, but that one's going to be taken away by Lee Riley. And the three-point attempt is no good. As Presley Daniels behind the arc. Oh, and the first miss of the night for the Comets. But no problem as Gabby Rosano pulls in the offensive board and puts it right up for two.
If I was the Sycamore team right now, my entire goal would, their coach obviously switched from a zone defense into a man, which they probably should have done at the end of the first quarter, considering they just kept dropping threes and threes and threes on them. But that seems to be kind of interesting. Looks like he's going to put sophomore Becca Sanders into the game. Once again, just giving those younger players more experience, trying to get them into the groove, trying to make sure that he's a team and builds up that development.
And talk about one of those youngsters for the Comets, Madison Parrish, taking it up over to Sanders. And Barnes inside to Sanders. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball as Avery Mather just getting a little handsy and tried to knock that one free. But Sanders back out to Barnes. Parrish from the perimeter, thought about a three. Oldacre inside and with three defenders on her, takes it up and draws the foul. And the first foul of the night for both of the teams. As that's going to send Oldacre to the line. And that one wasn't pretty, but it went in as it bounced all around the rim.
I would say that's for sure. Something that's kind of interesting to me is how Kyla's second in the GMC in field goal percentage, which means obviously that her shooting has improved so much just over the course of this year, and you can see that here and with this Mason team. I know that she shoots 5 free throws and has to make them all in a row before she'll even consider leaving the gym. So just all that hard work is really starting to pay off and to show in her results.
And Parrish is going to get fouled. And back to that, when you're someone like Kyla Oldacre and you're standing 6'6", half a foot taller than anyone else on the Sycamore roster, you're going to get hacked on a lot. And it's key that she's able to hit these free throws. And over the offseason, as you said, and throughout this year in practice, she's really worked on that and has become one of the better free throw shooters on this team.
I think just over the course of this year, it's just developmental. Kyla knew as soon as she came and decided to play basketball, basically, that, I'm always going to be much bigger than all these girls, and I always have to expect fouls, so she kind of has to, welcome herself to the contact there a little bit and just try to work around, what she's given. She's not going to get as many calls as she probably should. Everybody knows that when you're walking the court, and especially she's going to get a lot more fouls called on her than she'd like, just simply because of her size. But I think she still tries to welcome that contact.
And Kelsey Heaton drills the three-pointer for the Aviators. So the Comet lead cut down a little bit, only 32-9, and Oldacre is going to be sent back to the line again. And Savannah, when you have a 23-point lead and you have a star player like Kyla Oldacre, second half, when it comes to second half, do you think Coach Matula is going to think about maybe resting her a little bit, kind of keeping some energy for the end of the year, not risk getting her hurt? Is that something going through Coach Matula's mind?
I think that'd be a smart move by Matula. Whether or not he'll do it, we'll see. But I think he's probably going to play her at least some in maybe the third and the fourth quarter. But he's definitely going to give her some rest. You need a big part of basketball is you have to be durable. You have to be able to last through the season, because depending on what you consider, you could go all the way from October potentially all the way towards March. That's a long season. You have to stay healthy. You have to stay in the right mindset. You have to be physically and mentally healthy all the time. And I think that's something that Matula really works hard on, just preaching to his team and trying to get through, into the minds of these young women.
So we're halfway through the second quarter. 3 minutes remain, as Braden Johnson's going to be called for the first Comet foul of the night, sending Lee Riley to the line, one of two seniors on the Sycamore roster, averaging 19 points a game, and she drills the first free throw. And Keontae Sheridan, another one of those key contributors for Sycamore, checking into the game, as Riley converts easily at the line. The Aviators have it back, driving in. Great defense by Madison Parrish. She takes it up the court for the Comets. And if you're the Comets here, you just want to slow the pace down. You already have the big lead. Try to get some open shots just like the one for Braden Johnson. And yet another three for the Comets. 35 points already, and we've only played 10 minutes of basketball.
I don't think I've ever seen a game like this in my entire life where a team is shooting this well from the three-point line. They've missed one shot from the three-point line this entire game.
And Sheridan matches it for the Aviators. Sanders has the ball, loses it, and it's going to be another jump ball going the Aviators' way, as Joy Rezig and Peyton Black checking into the game. Nice to see Black getting some playing time, especially in the second quarter of a game like this.
Gonna have Riley bringing up the court, trying to look around. Something that's interesting about this Sycamore team is how they always, try to find just those gaps and those openings, and they try to get whatever they can. I mean, Riley there looks like she came off of Oldacre, pretty hard. It's on the ground.
Yeah, and this would be a key loss for Sycamore, as she is their leading scorer. But hopefully she's just going to walk this one off, and it shouldn't be too big of an injury.
Looks like the refs are going to...
And they are fixing the possession arrow. making sure that Riley's okay, and she's going to take the inbounds pass. Rezic defending, an easy drive, but unable to convert on the layup as Parrish taking it up the floor for the Comets, inside to Oldacre. Oldacre puts it up and almost an and one. So Oldacre going to be sent to the line yet again. Minute 20 remains in this first half. Comets lead 35-14.
You know, one of the staples that's just really important in basketball, you have to be able to make free throws, you have to be able to make layups, and you have to be able to play defense. And if you can't do those, then you won't be on the court. And Oldacre is just a great example of, you know, how you can combine all three of those to really become a great offensive and defensive player.
And Oldacre nails that one, extending the Comet lead to 22. And Mather out to Sheridan. Sheridan hits her second three-point shot of the game. She's really been one of the only working pieces offensively for the Aves.
Is it this gym, Adam? Is it this gym? Is that why they're hitting so many threes?
You know, I think so. Yeah, I think it's just got to be the rim.
It's in the air.
Yeah.
It's just in the air.
I'm just kidding, but yeah, both these teams having a nice start from beyond the arc. And Parrish, just misses that one. As that one's going to go off Joy Rezig for the Aviators' possession. And Rezig never going to back down on the defensive end.
Sycamore is patiently trying to get off the last shot here, a little under 25 seconds left to go.
And the wide open shot from Peyton Mather, unable to hit. And they're going to call it Mason possession.
You know, I think the problem here is that Sycamore's shots partly aren't just falling. They're getting the opportunities, they're getting the shots in place. They just need to just work on their shooting overall and getting that percentage up as much as they can.
So 17 seconds left in the second quarter. Parrish likely to dribble out and try to take the last second shot. Take this big lead into the half. But that pass goes a little bit wild, and Aviators are going to be able to maybe heave up a shot. And they're likely to give it to their star player, Riley. So as the clock's winding down, Riley's taking it in. But that one's going to be stuffed by Braden Johnson. So headed into halftime, the Comets currently lead the Sycamore Aviators 36-17. It's been a three-point barrage, an offensive showing from the Comets. And we'll be back with you for the second half action right after halftime.
Hi, my name is Leila Sheikh, and I'm a member of the Mason Hope Squad. Hope Squad is a peer-to-peer suicide prevention and mental health awareness program here at MHS and at the Mason Middle School. We have over 50 Hope Squad members ranging across all 4 grades. We spread our awareness through social media posts on our Instagram and Twitter, as well as flyers throughout the school and just speaking to peers throughout the year. Something we did recently was hang up our See Something, Say Something posters in every classroom, so resources are readily available for you, friends, and teachers alike. If you or anyone you know need any type of support, please reach out to anyone wearing Hope Squad pins, shirts, and or just gear in general, and we would be willing to help and support anyone who's in need. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sycamore High School. The Mason Comets currently leading the Aviators 36-17. As we're just now starting off the third quarter with Lee Riley driving down the court for the Aviators. And Sheridan unable to knock down her first three of the night.
Looks like they're going to have Parrish be taking the ball up. Trying to run a post strong play. Going to have Oldacre getting and one to start off this third quarter.
And Oldacre, for her, had a little bit of a slow first half, but she didn't need to do anything because the other Comets were lighting it up from behind the arc. She had 5 points, was sent to the line 6 times. And looks like she's going to be sent.
Well, I mean,
Another
it'd be
time.
understandable why she had a slow
Exactly,
first half.
exactly, yeah, and nothing she didn't need to do.
She didn't have the ball in her hands much because, I mean, they were just open for the three so much that they just opted to take it, which worked out pretty well for them.
Exactly, Coach Matula probably loving the first half his team had, as Oldacre forces the jump ball off the perimeter, and maybe she hasn't had the best scoring night. I mean, she does have 8 points, but she's been playing some great defense. A lot of really important screens to set up these three-pointers, so solid night all around for all the Comets. And Riley out on the perimeter, and Mather.
To me, it just looked like she wasn't squared up for that one, so it didn't look too great of a shot anyways.
Exactly, so Parrish has it on the perimeter. Rosano inside to Oldacre, and Oldacre, how about that one? As she powers right through, throwing elbows, making sure she gets the shot off. And there's going to be a blocking foul on the Comets. And they're going to call it on Kyla Oldacre. The Comets' first foul of the second half. As Riley, the point guard, taking it. She had 6 points in the first half for the Aviators. And Keontae Sheridan had 6 as well. As Sheridan has it on the perimeter. Looking to Heaton and unable to convert on the three. As Parrish is going to take it up for the Comets. And Parrish from the three-point arc and unable to convert. Her third miss tonight. She was 4 for 6 coming into the second half with 12 points. And the Aviators going to convert on a layup there. And Barnes on the outside to Parrish. Parrish back to Barnes, and Barnes with the aggressive drive. Some great defense by Keontae Sheridan. Knocks it out of bounds. Rosano to Rezig. Parrish now has it.
Looks like they're trying to slow it down a little bit, try to see if they can get a run down the clock. You know, having a 22-point lead.
Yeah, very smart by Coach Matula. As Parrish from beyond the arc and nails it. So how about that? Madison Parrish, 5 for 8 tonight. She's got 15 points, all from behind the arc.
You know, she's becoming unstoppable at this point.
And to think that she's only a freshman.
I can't imagine what her senior year will look like.
I was going to say, Coach Matula is going to be really happy about that one. And it looks like they're going to call Amanda Barnes on that one.
You know, that could have gone either way. They could have called it as a jump ball or as a travel.
Oh, looks like they did call it as a travel. Or jump ball, excuse me. So Parrish keeping that slow-paced offense.
They're trying to triple team. It's unfortunate, man. Barnes traveling.
Yeah, Barnes called with the travel. So we're already 2 minutes into this third quarter. Comets trying to milk the clock down a little bit, as they do have the ginormous lead thanks to their three-point efforts. And looks like they're going to call Joy Rezig.
Matula doesn't seem too worried by Rezig's incidental foul. Looks like they're going to put Johnson back into the game. I'm probably going to start putting most of their backups back into the game, just trying to give them some time. Looked like a block. Couldn't tell who that was from exactly. Both Maddie Parrish and Kyla Oliker had their hands on that one.
Yeah, both great defenders for the Comets, so could be either one. That one sent out to Mother. And Riley over to Skinner on the perimeter. To Heaton, back to Skinner. Parrish with some tight defense. And Riley's going to make the cut and able to convert on the quick little fadeaway.
You know, if I were the Aviators right now, my main goal would just be trying to stop that outside three-point shot. You know, just trying to double or triple team, whatever you can, trying to just get those opportunity traps, you know, as this Mason team continues to do tonight.
And Johnson is going to be trapped. And Coach Matul is going to call a timeout, trying to give Johnson a little bit of breathing room. And we're going to head to a quick break as the Comets lead the Aviators 44-21 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
If I had a boat, I'd probably name it the SS Rosano. Parliament.
The Starlight.
I would name it the Peanutty.
BJ Baby, because that was my nickname freshman year.
Probably some like boring name like Bert.
The Yosti Posty boat, because that used to be my nickname.
SS Sander.
Renee.
I would name it Pearl.
If I had a boat, I'd probably name it like Esquire.
If I was dying for my last meal, I'd probably have like lettuce wraps from P.F. Chang's. Triple cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Sushi.
If I were dying, I would probably choose a seafood boil as my last meal.
Definitely pizza, ice cream,
Comet possession after Matula called the timeout. So Daniels inbounds it to Johnson. Johnson trapped in the corner again. Tries to throw it off both the Aviator defenders, but unsuccessful as Sheridan puts up the three. Rebounded by Presley Daniels, and looks like it's going to be a jump ball as the Aviators will retain possession. And Mather with the three.
You know, I think part of the reason why Mather is being, you know, pretty inconsistent tonight with her three-point shooting is just she's releasing it, but she's not releasing it with her elbow, you know, about at her above her ear, you know, as you're supposed to. She kind of has a little bit of an angle on that shot.
Yeah, the Aviators haven't really been able to get it started offensively throughout the game, and the Comets, they sure have, as Braden Johnson knocks down another Comet three. And that's kind of just that's been the story of the game tonight, is just the Comets being able to convert on their three-point shot. As Riley's was unsuccessful, forcing the jump ball, and the arrow pointing Mason's way.
It looks like she just kind of found her way to the ground there on that last play. Got into the jump ball and just kind of sunk it.
So Parrish, Daniels, Johnson, Rosano, and Peyton Black all in the game for the Comets. As Parrish takes it up. Screen by Rosano, looking for a little bit of a pick and roll action. But Rosano unable to hold on to the ball, and it's been a common theme for Rosano throughout the year. She's had some nice cuts and some nice opportunities, but hasn't been able to hold on to the ball. Now Parrish drives in, out to Black. And they're going to call the foul.
It looks like those Sycamore girls were a little frustrated. That's why the foul is called. But, I mean, that's going to get called every time. If you have 3 or 4 girls, quadruple teaming one person, it's going to get a foul either way.
And they're going to call it on the other senior on this Aviator roster, Sydney Hamilton. Hasn't gotten a lot of playing time tonight. But Peyton Black at the charity strike for the Comets, looking to convert on her second attempt. But that one off the rim. And pulled in by Hamilton. Out to Riley on the perimeter, but unable to convert. And Riley taking matters into her own hands. She passes it outside to Mather, and Mather tacks on 2 points. Daniels, the sophomore. Over to Ehlers. Back to Black. To Johnson. Pump fake, drives in. Wanted to foul on that one, but does not get it. And it's 2-on-1 for the Aviators as Sheridan is unable to convert.
That's something this Comets team is always just needs to work on. It's just that they can't be making those straight cuts. They have to add an angle to it. Do a V cut, do an L cut, even do a little bit of a jab step. They have to get that defender off of them. They can't arrive to the ball with a person on them.
So 10 seconds remain in this third quarter. Johnson over to Ehlers. The Comets looking to take this last second shot, and Braden Johnson on the perimeter and unable to hit it. So 47-25, the Comet lead headed into the fourth quarter. And stay tuned as we'll be back with the fourth quarter action.
When I was a little kid, I wanted to be like a singing astronaut, like a famous singer, but also like a famous astronaut. I think I wanted to be a veterinarian.
A chiropractor.
When I was little, I wanted to be a veterinarian.
I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be just like Justin Bieber, so.
Either an actress or a lawyer.
A pro gymnast. A farmer.
A vet. I wanted to be a surgeon, but definitely not anymore.
I wanted to be the president. Not anymore. If I was a crayon, I'd want to be the purple one because purple's my favorite color. A white crayon because nobody used it.
A multicolored one.
I would be pink because that's my favorite color.
Purple because that's my favorite color.
Magenta because it's really fun to say.
The blue one because it's just the best.
I would be a purple crayon because loyalty. The periwinkle crayon because it's my mom's favorite color.
I like purple Mountain Majesty. I feel like that's a good crayon color.
We're back live here start of the fourth quarter, as Sycamore has possession. And it's going to be Riley taking it up for the Aviators.
I don't know if that was a foul or a charge, but there definitely should have been some sort of call there.
Yeah, Comets still able to get the ball back. As Sanders has it on the perimeter. Back to Oldacre. Barnes looking to drive, but out to Ehlers. Ehlers. They're going to call a travel. And I don't know about that one. I didn't see anything, but basket no good.
Looks like Matula isn't exactly, happy with what's going on here on the court from this Comets team at the moment. I mean, considering how much of a lead they've had this game, how strong they started out the first half. Of course, they're not scoring more in the second half, but partially it's because he has some of the more inexperienced players in. He put Ehlers in, that along with her brother, such a lethal basketball duo. He has Rising playing a lot tonight, along with Sanders. They haven't played as much as some of these other girls like Gabby Rosano, Kyla Oldacre, or Amanda Barnes have on varsity, so they're still just developing and coming into their own as varsity players.
Mather unable to convert on her second free throw attempt. As Sanders trapped on the perimeter, but able to get it to Amanda Barnes, and they're going to call a foul on the ground. Looks like it'll be on Riley. And the last thing that the Aviators need right now is for their star player, Lee Riley, to get in this foul trouble.
Yeah, but I would argue that, they don't really have much of another choice. It's just whoever's going to be there. The only thing they can do to stop this Comets team, or stop the clock at least at this point, is foul. I mean, they only have 3 fouls right now. They have a lot of fouls they can give. They're double teaming Oldacre. I mean, that's going to leave some big openings here for this Comets team.
So Rezig out to Oldacre on the perimeter, and Ehlers cuts but unable to convert on the layup. Sheridan with some tough defense as she's driving in, and that one's just going to be knocked away by Amanda Barnes. The Aviators will keep possession. So Mather out to Sadia, and Amanda Barnes again going to knock that one away. Looking up to maybe boost the stat line a little bit with some steals. Playing some aggressive defense.
I don't really think there's much more some of these girls can do tonight to boost their stat line. I mean, Maddie Parrish right now is sitting on the bench with like 15 points, I think, at the moment. But, there's not much better you can do for that as a freshman, your first year in varsity, and only getting your starting spot halfway through the season.
Yeah, and coming in this season, Coach Matula and Coach Dungeon knew that Parrish was going to make an impact, probably as one of the 6th or 7th players on the team. But, I mean, she has exploded during the first half of the year and has been one of the top probably 3 players on this roster behind Oldacre, and Carly Prowse has played really well as well.
I would definitely say that's the case. Having a team like this, you're just going to try to do, whatever you can to make sure that you're developing them at a young age. I know they saw potential in Maddie Parrish, in the fall, and as soon as she transferred here and expressed interest in playing basketball for this Comets team, and I know that they're using her skill set to her best of ability.
So Sanders to Rezig on the outside. Sanders has it. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. Rosano with a 3-point shot and converts. Yet another 3 for the Comets, Savannah. I mean, they just haven't missed.
I'm almost sure it's this gym. like that, or I don't know what they had for breakfast this morning, or I don't know if they got some A in a test today. Whatever it is, this Comets team, their confidence is just off the walls, and I mean they're just playing incredible tonight from the 3-point line.
So Sanders out to Ehlers, and Oldacre gonna take a 3 for herself, but unable to convert, and that would have been a sight to see if the 6'6" Kyla Oldacre would have been able to hit a 3.
I'm still hoping if we can see that tonight.
Yeah, tonight's one of the nights to do it. And
Looks like Oldacre looks a little guilty over there on the bench. Vincula's mad at her for trying to shoot a 3.
I would say, yeah, now they're having a good laugh about it. It's like maybe there was a bug or something on the floor. Sanders to Rosano, and Rosano with the easy layup. Great vision by the sophomore Becca Sanders. So Sheridan has it out to Riley, and Riley able to convert on the 3-pointer, tacking on 3 more points for the Aviators. And Riley gonna scoop that ball up and swatted away by Becca Sanders, but gonna call a foul.
I don't know if that was swatted away. More like Becca went for the ball and she ran into Riley.
I'd say,
so,
yeah, pretty obvious call there. And whenever you're running up from behind and don't get a clean whack on the ball, you'll be able to hear it throughout the arena if it's a clean swat. And Riley unable to convert on her first free throw attempt. The Comet lead 23 points with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Most of the starting lineup back in except for a few people. Just trying to give some of those other starters just a rest real quick, trying to make sure that they're good, just trying to balance the floor. Something interesting about this Comets team is just they're really just working together. They see each other on the court. They know where they are. Like that play right there.
I would say perfect vision by Resig. Looked like she was going to take it in herself, but a nice dish to Peyton Black. And Heaton's going to take a 3, unable to convert. And Braden Johnson with the last-second effort is able to keep that ball from going out of bounds. And, you know, we've been talking about the chemistry of this Comet team, and I think part of that could be over winter break when they went to the Tennessee tournament, just building some bonds and building some relationships off the court as well. We talked about the team dinner they had last night, and it's great to see them develop friendships off the court as well.
I think a big part of this year is just, the senior leadership has honestly been pretty great. I mean, Oldacre could not be a better example of how to be a good leader on the team, aside from the fact that she's one of the best players in the entire nation. She leads on the court, she communicates well, she sees everybody, and she makes sure everybody has a chance to talk, to feel included, and I think that's really just showing a big part in how they're playing this year overall. I mean, without Oldacre, it'd be a completely different season. Off the court and on the court.
And Riley, 3-point attempt is no good. And Braden Johnson, he's it down court to Peyton Black. Peyton Black misses a layup. Rosano with the offensive board. Another one. And Rosano, she's had a nice showing on the offensive rebound end tonight.
I mean, just recently, we just found out that Braden Johnson is getting all these defensive rebounds. To me, it just looks like this Sycamore team has kept their starters in the game almost the entire game and starting to wear them out a pretty good amount.
Yeah, going back to their last loss against Loveland, they only had 8 players that played throughout the entire game, so only 3 substitutions, and very similar showing here tonight as not many different Aviators checking into the game. Braden Johnson is going to the line after the foul from Keontae Sheridan. So with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, the Comets hold a hefty 25-point lead.
Looks like Maddie Parrish there sprained her ankle. They're going to take her out, try to give her a rest. Just really need those starters healthy.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want to see. You have the big lead. You've got one of your star players in spraining her ankle, but seems to be walking around fine. So hopefully that's not a huge issue.
You know, Parrish, the team likes to joke around sometimes that Parrish should really just start wearing her ankle braces. You know, she's the only one on the varsity team who does not wear ankle braces when she plays, and she's the only one on the varsity team who has ankle problems.
So yeah, those things are typically directly correlated.
Yeah.
And it looks like
Not that braces protect everything, but I'm sure they would help.
yeah. So 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. And that's going to send Presley Daniels to the line. Mason's in their bonus. But she's unable to convert on the free throw. But some great effort on the rebound by the Comets. They're unable to pull it in. And there's going to be a jump ball. So Braden Johnson tied up with Hamilton, and that arrow is going to be pointed towards the Mason Comet direction.
Braden Johnson's been playing kind of out of her mind tonight. I mean, she's just going after these defensive rebounds. She's going after everything. She's kind of, you know, just coming into her own and starting to play with that aggressiveness that she needs as a varsity player.
Yeah, she's gained a lot of confidence throughout the year, and the great basket by Peyton Black. She's had one of the best games of her career tonight. I know she's got at least 6 points, maybe even 8, coming off the bench. And it seems like the entire Mason roster has had a nice night offensively. I mean, they have 58 points, and there's still a minute 30 left on the clock. They were on pace after the first quarter to score 80, as they scored 20 just in the first quarter alone, mainly off their three-point barrage. So back out to Riley. Daniels playing some tight coverage. Or tight defense. This isn't football. And
That'd
Sanders,
be interesting,
I was going to say, yeah, I've been watching a little bit too much college football over the break.
You know, that UC loss just broke my heart.
I'll say I'm a big Ohio State fan, so I'm excited about the future after the Rose Bowl win. Defense didn't look great, but
No, I can't support that.
Yeah.
I can't support that.
yeah, because next year it's practically the same roster. They lost some key players to the NFL draft that skipped the Rose Bowl, which made me sad, but I was glad to see them pull a win in. And Lillian Ayler is going to be sent to the line. 37 seconds left in the game. Looking to extend this Comet lead to 59, but unable. And in the JV game, I can't remember exactly the final score, but I know that you guys doubled them, right?
36-16.
Yeah, 36-16, so it'd be kind of cool if the Comets varsity team could double Sycamore as well. And they're 1 point away from doing that right now.
Oh, ye of little faith, Adam. Ye of little faith.
I think they can do it. 30 seconds left. Hamilton with the ball on the perimeter. Back out to Mather. To her sister. Richardson has it. Mather. Heaton with the three. And she converts.
Dang.
So as time is about to expire, looks like the Comets are going to take home their 11th win of the season. And Sycamore dropping to 7-5 on the year. 59-33, the final score. The Comets with the 26-point victory. And it's been a great one here. I've been Adam Little, joined alongside Savannah Lee. We've had a great cast of Lydia Lisco, Abby Samuel. She had to leave early, but Harper Stoll checking in on camera, Andrew Little directing. And we'll be back at you on Friday as Mason boys team will be here at Sycamore as the Comets